We are no longer asking to be respected. We are choosing to respect ourselves. If you build your wealth on our soil, then you will also build your future with us.
We are no longer asking to be respected. We are choosing to respect ourselves. If you build your wealth on our soil, then you will also build your future with us. Burkina Faso recently introduced a new law that has caught attention across Africa and beyond. The law states that any company earning more than 5 billion CFA francs, which is about 8.8 million US, must build its headquarters inside Burkina Faso. This means that companies cannot make money in the country and then run their operations from somewhere else. Instead, they must be physically present in the same land where they are earning their profit. For many years, foreign companies have come into Burkina Faso to mine resources, sell products, and make large profits. But they rarely stayed. Their offices, their bank accounts, and their senior decision makers were based in Europe, North America, or Asia. The wealth generated in Burkina Faso mostly left the country while ordinary people saw very little benefit. It was like Burkina Faso was the farm, but someone else was eating the harvest. With this new law, that pattern begins to change. When a company builds its headquarters inside the country, it has to hire local staff, pay local taxes, and participate in the local economy. The company becomes part of the community, not just a visitor taking profits away. It also means that decisions that affect Burkinabe workers, land, and communities will be made inside the country, not in faraway offices where people might not understand local realities. This law sends a very strong message. Burkina Faso is ready to take ownership of its future. It is not rejecting business or investment. It is welcoming businesses that want to build alongside the country, not just extract from it. The law is firm but fair, and it places dignity and responsibility at the center of economic growth. This law may seem simple, but its meaning is powerful. For decades, African countries have struggled with a common problem. The wealth produced in Africa rarely stays in Africa. Companies extract minerals, sell telecom services, or use African markets to increase profits. Yet, most of the financial gains are moved overseas. The workers stay poor while foreign headquarters get richer. This creates a cycle of dependency and economic weakness. Burkina Faso's new law breaks this cycle by changing where decisions happen. When company headquarters are inside the country, the power shifts back to the people. Executives must face local communities. They cannot hide behind distant offices or foreign media. They must deal with real challenges and real voices. This change, though quiet, is deep. It restores dignity and agency to the country. The law also matters because it sets an example. Africans, especially the youth, have long searched for leadership that protects national interests. Many have felt that African leaders have been too soft or too afraid to challenge global economic structures. Burkina Faso is showing that leadership can be brave, thoughtful, and confident. This law is not about aggression or closing the borders. It is about clarity. If you make money here, you belong here. If you grow because of our land and our people, then you should also help grow our cities and our communities. This is fair, responsible, and balanced. The law also encourages local pride. People begin to feel that they are working towards something lasting. Buildings stay, jobs stay, knowledge stays. The country strengthens from the inside instead of reaching outward for support. In the end, this law matters because it restores control, respect, and future direction to Burkina Faso. It says simply, we are building for ourselves. Now, when companies are required to build their headquarters locally, the economy benefits in many different ways. First, construction itself creates jobs. Architects, engineers, builders, electricians, and suppliers all get work from the very beginning. Money flows into local communities, not foreign accounts. Small businesses around construction sites grow too. Restaurant owners, market vendors, and taxi drivers all find new customers. The economy starts to breathe and expand naturally. Once the headquarters is built, the next wave of jobs appears. Companies need staff to run daily operations. Secretaries, managers, cleaners, security workers, IT teams, finance officers, and customer service representatives are all hired. Instead of a few local workers doing labor jobs while executives sit abroad, now Burkina people will have chances to fill skilled and leadership roles. This also encourages education and training. If young people know that companies inside their country are offering real careers, they will study and prepare for those roles. Universities and training centers will adjust to meet new needs, producing professionals who can lead industries, not only participate in them. Local suppliers gain too. When a company is physically present, it needs uniforms, office furniture, printers, cleaning services, technology support, and more. Instead of importing everything, companies can now purchase from local producers. This gives small and medium-sized businesses the chance to grow stronger. Urban areas also expand. New headquarters bring new roads, internet upgrades, and reliable electricity. Because companies want smooth operations, the government benefits through increased tax revenue, which can be used for schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. The most important impact is psychological. When people see progress around them, they feel empowered. They believe in their future. They don't just hope for change. They see it being built in concrete and steel. This is economic growth rooted in real community development, not temporary profit extraction. Burkina Faso is rich in natural resources, especially gold. For many years, foreign mining companies controlled most gold extraction projects. The government earned only small portions of the profits through taxes and minor ownership shares. Most of the real profit left the country. People saw gold leave the ground, but they did not see gold in their lives. Recently, Burkina Faso changed its mining policy. The state now automatically owns at least 15% of every large-scale mining project. On top of that, it has the right to purchase up to an additional 30%. This means the government can own up to 45% of a mine. That is a powerful position. It ensures that the country has a real seat at the decision-making table. When you combine this new ownership strategy with the headquarters law, everything changes. Mining companies cannot simply remove gold and send reports to foreign offices anymore. Their decision-makers must work inside Burkina Faso. They will be accountable to local communities, environmental standards, and labor practices. This shift encourages responsibility. Companies must now think long-term. They cannot just extract and leave. They must consider the land, the people, and the future. Local content also grows. Instead of importing services from abroad, mining companies will have to work with local trucking companies, catering businesses, tailor, laboratories, cleaners, and mechanics. This creates entire supply chains inside the country. Wealth no longer moves in one direction. It circulates within the nation. This strategy also builds national confidence. When a country owns its resources and controls decisions, it develops economic stability and stronger institutions. Youth see careers in engineering, geology, and mineral sciences. A new generation can rise with skills that build lasting prosperity. Burkina Faso is no longer just a source of gold. It is the architect of its own gold economy. That is real sovereignty and real future building. When a company's headquarters is far away in another country, most decisions are made by people who never see the communities affected by those decisions. They look at charts, profit reports, and numbers on a screen, but they do not see the land, the workers, or the daily challenges. Because of this, decisions can be cold, distant, and sometimes unfair. By requiring headquarters to be inside Burkina Faso, decision-making becomes close to the real world. Executives will walk the same streets as their employees. They will see the schools, the roads, and the markets. They will understand what the people need because they will be part of the environment. When the decision-makers live in the country, they become more responsible, more aware, and more connected. This closeness also helps the government. It becomes easier to monitor companies, check financial documents, enforce safety rules, and make sure taxes are paid correctly. There is no need to chase information across borders. Everything is here. Everything is visible. This transparency builds fairness and reduces corruption. Keeping decisions local also helps businesses grow in smarter ways. When companies understand local needs directly, they can create products, services, and solutions that fit the people of the country. Innovation becomes African, not imported. And then there is something deeper: respect. When companies plant their feet on the soil, they show that they respect the people whose land and labor support their success. This builds trust, and trust is the foundation of real development, not temporary profit. So keeping decisions inside the country is not just about money. It is about dignity, accountability, and shared responsibility. It is about ensuring that the people who live in the land are also the ones who shape its future. When a headquarters is built, it is never just a building. It is a spark. It invites life around it. Streets get paved, internet lines are expanded, new cafes and shops open, housing areas develop, transportation networks improve. A city begins to grow, not from outside pressure, but from inside progress.